Hello everyone, and we are live. I just have to remember to look over there. And if you are subscribed to this page, hello everyone. Nice to see you all again. Thank you so much. This is the Herbal Psychic, Uchenna. Going live on my Facebook page to really thank everyone for their response for the last live I did. Some of you did not leave, one person did not leave a comment, but you contacted me in private, and I really appreciate your support. In today's broadcast, we are going to be talking about 5 reasons you are feeling stuck and what you can do about it. Okay, so in the beginning, I'm just going to take about 5 minutes to set the space through prayer and setting of intention. And if you're here with me, you can repeat what I say, or you can just make sure you're relaxed and comfortable and listening in. Each breath in, we are feeling our body, our mind, our heart, letting the breath go all the way in. And with each out breath, we are breathing out all concerns, all worries, all things we need to get to, anything we think we need to get done in this moment. Let's release them with our breath. Breathing now and relax. Now we call on Source, the Almighty Creator. Some of you call him God. I call her him Source. It's just energy. There's no him or her here. Um, to come and be with us, set this space, call on our higher self, spirit guides, and our ancestors of high truth and vibration. And we set the space energy of this space to love and above. We fill this place with golden white light, and all that enter it will be cleansed, be at peace, relaxed. Find their space, feel like they belong, feel like they are heard, feel like they can participate, feel comfortable, feel like they can spend time here, feel like they are welcome. And all that enter this space vibrate at the energy of love and above. Set the energy of this space to also give healing on an emotional and mental level for those who require it. Healing, where you feel light and free, and you almost forget that you even have a body. You don't just feel relaxed and free. You set this space to receive clarity and peace and enlightenment. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Now, if you're just joining us, my name is Uchenna. I am a psychic medium. I go by many names, but on here I am the Herbal Psychic. And in today's live broadcast, I will be discussing 5 reasons you are feeling stuck. I have heard from quite a bit of people about this energy of stuckness, and not understanding the source of the stuckness, even though they are doing what they feel like they need to do, and how to move forward from this stuckness. Now, to get into the reasons why people will feel stuck, the first reason is not getting clear on what you want. The first reason for the feeling of stuckness is not getting clear on what you want. And I want to take this time to really empathize with you and not present, because usually when people say you're not clear on what you want, there is an element and a tinge of judgment to it. There is no judgment here. It is sometimes you just don't know. It doesn't reflect on you as a person or what kind of person you are at all. Because there, realistically, especially if you live in today's current world, there are a lot of things competing for your attention. Money is competing for your attention. Attention to your love life is competing for your attention. If you have children, they are competing for your attention. If you have a job, there are intricacies to that job, how it works, who's who, how you get paid, that's also competing for your attention. You may be feeling lonely, or you, and also dealing with a loss of a loved one, so you're confused. I'll give an example of a young lady that wanted a mediumship reading, and she got a very good mediumship reading, but she said she was disappointed because she was having financial trouble, and she wanted insight on how to um, deal with that. And it occurred to me that the young lady wasn't clear on what kind of reading she should get. If you watched my live broadcast last week, I went into a brief detail of what a psychic reading is and a mediumship reading is. A mediumship reading is you are talking to your loved ones. You're just connecting to your loved ones and sometimes even spirit guides, okay? That's it. A psychic reading is where, like, if you have other concerns on how to live on the earth, yes, you're still connected to spirit, but that the connection and what the information that is coming forward is different. So if the young lady had had clarity that, you know, if you need a reading for finances, you should probably tell the person reading, this is what I'm looking for. um, I'm looking for a reading on my finances, instead of going in blind and go to a medium, and most mediums are psychics, and say, I want a mediumship reading. What you should have said is, I want a psychic, I'm not sure if it is a psychic medium or a psychic reading I want, or a mediumship reading, but this is what I would like information into. So it is helpful, especially when you go to psychics, that you do tell them why you are approaching them. I do feel like some people withhold information because they want to test to see if the psychic can pick up on anything, but in my opinion, I feel like you do yourself a disservice when you do that, because you are paying for the time, and it is to your best interest to let the person know what you expect out of the reading. That's just what that's just a classic example of not being clear on what you want. Some people are just in a place of waiting and are not sure on how to move forward. For instance, this is just a rough example. The young lady is asking for a love reading, but what she should be asking for is for a career reading, because, you know, while love is great, what happened was she just lost her place, you know, just lost a place where she lives, and she might get her children taken from her. So even though she approached for a love reading, sooner or later I found out that it was actually something else. So yeah, getting clear is very, very important, because getting clear on what you want actually, not actually, 100% influences the result that you get. It is one of the reasons why some people try to manifest something and something else, and the manifestation doesn't go as planned, because there is something to be said about the inner chatter, and we'll get to that, the inner work that needs to be done to get clear on what it is that you really want. So the reason number one why you're feeling stuck is you have to get clear on what you want. Number two, another reason you are feeling stuck is you are out of alignment with your higher self. You are out of alignment with your higher self. And what is your higher self? Your higher self is a part of you that exists in the now. Like, your higher self is here. Your higher self is not like far away somewhere. That is pure, whole, knows everything, and has a purpose for which you incarnated on this earth. Okay, your higher self is your purest, highest, most beautiful, most perfect version of you. You don't know this higher self exists because you feel you are under the illusion that you are separated right now. And how does this misalignment come in is where you are moving further and further away from your purpose. Let's say you incarnated into earth, and your gift, your talents, and your desire was to be a musician. But in line with trying to pursue music, you decided, well, I cannot compete with other musicians, so I am just going to go into working on the call center, working in a call center, and then which is you're still using your voice, but you're not a musician, and then you realize you're dissatisfied with this job, you dread going to work, you don't know how to move forward, then you apply for another job. You still don't do anything about your higher self's desire to express love and harmony with the all through music. You still haven't addressed that. What you have done is you have uh, either moved in a different direction, but in some people it's so severe that they are so different from, they're taking a path so entirely different from what was the rough draft of what they were supposed to be doing. Some people have created multiple personalities of themselves that they are in so much misalignment with their higher self that they can't even recognize themselves. What do I mean by creating so many personalities? This is a person that's always changing their character. It's like in their mind, life is a video game, and they keep switching their personality all the time. One day they are the party girl that likes to go out and be friendly with people and mingle with the rich kids and very social. The next, they have switched the personality again to the stoic, serious librarian who is always reading and talking to intelligent folk and mingling with the intelligent and high, people of that high thinking nature. And then they switch their personality again and become the lover of animals. And then they switch the personality again and become the lover of clean diets. And they switch the personality again. And they keep going to the point where they don't even remember who they even are. They have taken on so many personalities, changing it through, and people like this, you would notice that they frequently change their names. When I mean their name, I mean their name in real life, like what they call them in real life. Like my name in real life is Uchenna, but their name is Lucy. One day they are Luciana, the next day they are Lucina, the next day they're Lucy, next time is Lou, next time is Lulu. They keep changing and changing and changing and trying to recreate themselves into what they think will be the perfect version of themselves, that they lose sight of the whole picture. And when you regular person, you're not a psychic, or you're psychic but you maybe not using it, you come encounter with this, the first thing you notice is that this person doesn't seem to have anything that they're interested in or trying to achieve. You will notice that they have tried a lot of things and they haven't stuck to any one thing. You will notice that they change their name a lot. You'll notice that they might even be depressed, and generally they might even present as they present as very good people. The downside to people that do these frequent personality makeovers is that they unconsciously and inadvertently become psychic vampires. Then they may not even present as bad people. They may just present like they need help. They're crying a lot. They don't know their purpose in life. They don't know what job will give them fulfillment. They start telling you nobody loves them. Family doesn't love them. They start pulling on your emotional energy. Many of them that have this misalignment with higher self, chronic misalignment with higher self, where they have created multiple personalities, will inadvertently become psychic vampires because they've forgotten themselves, they've forgotten their blueprint, and they need to find their way back home. Yeah, so The third reason you are feeling stuck is that you are running other people's energy. The third reason you may be feeling stuck is that you are running other people's energy. What does it mean to run other people's energy? There are multiple ways in which we pick up energy when we move around in the world. Um, as some of you may know, I'm sure some of you already know that we have auras, and auras, when we explain it from the psychic perspective, is just like an energy ball that surrounds you. From a scientific perspective, it could also be seen as the electromagnetic field your body is naturally producing that can be seen with certain equipment, and it's around your body. Okay, and some people can really see it with their eyes, and I've actually heard some people say they can train others to see auras with their eyes. Very cool if you can do that. Now, what happens when you don't know how to protect your aura, don't know how to ground your aura, don't know how to make your aura, in a comfortable size, don't know if you have holes in your aura, and you walk into a supermarket, you walk into a very crowded, busy music concert. You walk into a high brokerage firm with a lot of high stress energy in there. And you are walking in there with holes in your aura, fuzzy aura, a weak aura, aura you're not even aware. And some of you are like empaths, are not even aware that you're running around, and pretty much you are like um, a hair remover, the rolling pin to get hair off, clothes, and people are you just picking up lint and dust wherever you go. So what does it mean to run energy? Well, pretty much you picked up other people's energy, either through looking at you, to saying certain words towards you, to sending certain thought forms towards you, to touching things. But no more, it's more on an energetic level. I don't want anyone to feel afraid of shaking people's hands or whatever. But for the most part, it is the energies of others you pick up inadvertently. And not only do you pick it up, you do not recognize that this energy is not your own. Like picking up the angry feelings of someone who's frustrated, a customer who's frustrated, or picking up the frustration of somebody that can't get something done, or picking up the sadness of someone who has lost a partner recently, or someone said, you mentioned you were working on something, and someone said, you know what you should do? You should do X, Y, Z. What that person is doing is using their mouth to insert their energy into your aura to inadvertently control what you're doing. I don't know that people that talk like that understand that that's actually a psychic attack. Many of them believe they're being helpful. You know what you should do X, Y, Z. Or and they do it in such a way that you pick up the idea, you pick up the what they're saying, and there's up and down to that, because if what they say to you, how they're feeling about what you want to do or feeling about you, is not in alignment with what you want to do, and you pick it up unaware, you are inadvertently running their own energy. You're running their own beliefs. You're running their own feelings. You're running their own thoughts and acting them out in your body, in your mind, in your decision-making process as your own. And that is what it means to run other people's energy. It can get so bad in some people that they're running the energy of something that was said to them in childhood that has now manifested as some kind of somatic disorder or even physical illness. Um, the example that came to my mind right now was a young girl who I had the privilege of just being around her, and how she got started as on an eating disorder was watching Disney. It wasn't something in the cartoon that said you're fat or that said you need to change your body in some way. So it was just it happened so quickly, and I didn't realize how powerful it was till that day. How just watching something passively, it was just a Disney cartoon, could trigger something so deep in a child that manifested in later years as an eating disorder. It was a Disney movie and there was a princess in there. This young girl was alone. She walked into the room, she looked at the TV, and she said, "There is no way I can look like that girl in the cartoon." So she internalized that she couldn't be a princess. And she internalized that as a child, and there was no adult to help her unstuck that energy, that there was something inadvertently wrong with the way she looked. That is why she could not achieve the princess look she saw in the Disney cartoon. And she is currently plagued as an adult with a severe eating disorder. So that is an extreme case of an extreme example, extreme case of how running other people's energy in your aura can actually manifest way later in life as something that seems like it came out of the blue. Sudden onset of sadness, sudden onset of confusion, sudden onset of like that eating disorder, sudden onset of over exercising, sudden onset of feelings of lack, feelings of low self-esteem, were seeds of energy that were sown in the person's aura or the person's energetic body, either recently or equally, as in this case, we have sown long time ago. And the feeling of stuckness of running someone's energy or running another energy that doesn't belong to you is in recognizing that you are running an idea on an energy that does not belong to you. So that is another reason you could be feeling stuck. Another reason you could be feeling stuck, okay, is negative self-talk. And this goes back to running other people's energy, because thoughts also are generated through energy, and it can generate energy. Running negative self-talk. Many of us were not born with negative self-talk. This was self-talk we learned as a coping mechanism to fit into certain social groups. And what do I mean? Like in the social hierarchy, some people are at the top, some people in the middle, and some people at the bottom. Now you step into the social hierarchy and you on paper and physically look like you should be on the bottom, but you are presenting like someone who is at the top. Let me give you an example. In the certain social groups, women are not expected to be very powerful, have their own money, have their own say in anything. Now, if a woman enters a social group of men and she has money, she has her own business, she has things going for her, she will, oh, hi, Maya Tia, I hope I said your name correctly. Welcome. Um, she will be expected, um, she will unconsciously begin to realize that the men in the group expect her to kind of know her place. Like she's not expected to be open or talk about her achievements. She's not, it's considered bragging. She has to take a different tone when she's giving orders to her subordinates, or she's bossy. She cannot ask for things to be done directly. She has to use the suggestive tones to give orders. She cannot say, please move that cup over there. She has to say, would you mind moving that cup over there? Or again, she's bossy. So you see how she has to kind of downplay herself, how she has to deny parts of herself. It might even go as far as when they're in conversation, she has to say, Oh, use words like, oh, silly me. Oh, I'm so dumb. Oh, I'm so ditzy. Just so that she doesn't come off as threatening and she can belong to this social group. The problem with this behavior is that it goes from acting to then having negative self-talk. Okay, you become so accustomed to putting yourself down verbally to fit into these social groups just so you can get along for whatever reason, and it's usually at work, or friendships, or it could be anything in a sports group, in a social setting, where you are not expected to be a leader or a top tier representative of whatever reason. It's like the society rules were not written for you to be in leadership, so you have to talk your way. You have to make kind of poke fun of yourself as a way to belong. Now, this negative self-talk, while it will get you friends, while it will make you easy, accepted into the social circle, it does stick in your subconscious because your subconscious doesn't know that you're acting. Your subconscious doesn't know that you're acting or that you're just saying these things to get along with people. Your subconscious just knows that you are giving it a command, which is all the things you say about yourself: ditzy, slowpoke, funny, or don't take anything I say seriously. Those digs you use as a way to like be feel comfortable in a social group. And what I say to people that are in these social groups is like, it's kind of shooting yourself in the foot, almost like, I know it's not easy, but I'm going to come out and say, like, maybe you should find a new social group. Maybe. But when that social group is your job, for some of you, it's your family, it takes a lot more planning than just, oh, they're negative, I'm going to go. And sometimes it's just as simple as, you guys are negative and I'm just going to go. So negative self-talk. Those thoughts keep going around and round and round in the subconscious mind of one who uses that self-talk constantly. That is another reason. So we are on reason number 4. Okay. Another reason, number 5. 5 reasons you are stuck. Another reason is the endless and uncontrolled mind chatter. And if you suffer from any type of anxiety, any type of depression, or any unease in your emotional body, you might be quite familiar with this endless mind control, uncontrolled mind chatter. Because your mind does, at the end of the day, gather all the things said, what you did, what you didn't do, who you said it to, and it's now compiling the data. Okay, so you could just be relaxing at home after work, and then you remember this thing you did at work, and oh my God, did I do that? Did I not do it? Well, I said something to so and so. Did I not say it? Did I say it wrong? And it goes on. For some people, it is so bad. You remember stuff you did, the cringy stuff you did in high school, or the cringy stuff you did in elementary school, or the cringy stuff you said at work today, or fear of not doing something. And that mind chatter keeps going on and on and on to the point that some people don't know how, forgot how to turn it off. The endless mind chatter. One of the reasons it keeps you stuck is because, of course, if there is so much noise, imagine being in a noisy environment and trying to have a conversation with somebody in front of you. That person is not going to hear you clearly. You have to raise your voice beyond the chatter. So what's going on now is you can't hear yourself because there is so much noise, so much internal noise that you can't hear yourself. And once you can't hear yourself, you can't receive direction from yourself. You can't get clarity on certain issues because you can't even keep the mind calm enough for 2 minutes to even hear your own self. Like if you are sitting with yourself and you can't hear your own thoughts, that's a sign that you have endless mind chatter. You can't hear your own thoughts, or Some people don't want to hear their own thoughts because then they'll have to face something really uncomfortable. And so they create the mind chatter. The TV is always on, the radio is always on, the phone is always on, something is always dinging, something is always ringing, creating the mind chatter. This, unlike the other example I gave where it is passive, in this example, this person is actually taking active steps to not tune in because of something uncomfortable they do not want to face or deal with, especially if it's a memory or a thought that brings them especially pain or makes them very, very uncomfortable. So these are 5 reasons why you are feeling stuck. Just to reiterate everything. The first reason is you're not clear on what you want. There is no judgment here. The reason you're not clear is not because you're an indecisive person. It's just because there are many, many items competing for your attention. Number 2, you are out of alignment with your higher self. You have created and recreated yourself so many times that you don't even recognize the person who you were. You see this with some Hollywood actors where they have acted so many roles, they don't even remember their true self. They are now acting out the personality of their last role, you know. Number 3 is you're running other people's energy. You have holes in your aura. You step into other public places fully unaware, and then you pick up other people's feelings, other people's emotions, other people's thoughts, other people's ideas, and you are acting them out as your own. Number 4, negative self-talk. Either you pick this up as a self-coping mechanism, or you're doing it in a way to fit in with others, and now it has become habitual to the point where your subconscious cannot tell that you were just saying it to get along, and it is now part of your programming. Number 5, it is endless and uncontrolled mind chatter, whether passive, where it is just going on and the person doesn't know how to switch it off, or it is active, in which the person actively seeks out ways to block out their own internal dialogue by distractions with electronics and toys and noise, because there's an uncomfortable thing about something they're going through that they cannot face right now. Now, I'm going to offer you one solution for each of these 5 things I have mentioned, okay? The first solution to not getting clear on what you want is quite simple. Is get clear. How do you get clear on what you want? By asking yourself what it is you really want. Now, when you ask yourself what it is you really want, do not expect the answer to come back as a word. Expect the answer. I would invite you, let me not use the word expect, I invite you to welcome the answer as a feeling. What is the feeling of what it is you really want? And once you isolate that feeling of what you want, for instance, if you ask me, Uchenna, what it is you really want? Instead of going through the surface and saying, oh, money, career, this, that, I go beyond that and say the feeling. What is it if I didn't have to pay a dime? What it is I really want is just peace. So now that I have discovered that what I want is peace, peace will now guide my decision making process. Now for you, what you really want might be love, and that will help you guide your decision making process. What you really want might be confidence, and that will guide your decision making process. So I invite you to boil down your decision to get clear on what you really want to something as simple as how you feel. That will help you move forward. Number 2, on you are out of alignment with your higher self. The answer to that is get aligned. How do you get aligned? With the alignment, some of it you can do on your own. Some, depending on how severe it is, you might need to get help with people that know how to help you get in alignment. Getting an alignment starts with getting clear, which I mentioned earlier, but on an energetic level, it helps, especially if you have created multiple personalities, okay? You have recreated yourself over the years. Your name is Lucy, but you're going by Luana, Luciana, Luana, and you've changed, and with each name change, you're creating a new personality. At this level, something this severe, this person is going to need the help of a psychiatric counselor who helps, who deals with this kind of, multiple split personalities, and help the person come, you know, break down these things and come into, okay, this is who I am. This is who I am. Or either you choose one and you go with that one, or you go back to originally what you are. That is one way, is with professional help. Another way to find alignment is to find alignment within yourself. Simple meditation techniques. I know everybody says meditate, 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 meditate. But there's a meditation, you probably have to find it, that can help you get aligned with your higher self. You might need a chakra alignment, you might need an energetic alignment, you might need an aura balancing. But on your own, you can do simple breathwork meditation that can help you get aligned with your higher self, which will also help you get in tune and clear on what your purpose is, if there is a purpose, or get clear on what you are living, what you want to experience in life. Okay, and that is number 2. Number 3, you are running other people's energy, is to remove the other people's energy that you are running. And one way to remove other people's energy is through the practice of mindfulness. All you need is one mindfulness practice. Mindfulness to me comes from a place of getting clear of what you want. So once you have that number one thing boiled down to a feeling of what you want, then when you identify a feeling or idea or an emotion or a thought form that is thrown at you that is not in alignment with that, you know that that is someone else's energy and you reject it. How do you reject it? You say you reject it. You say you reject it, and you reaffirm to yourself your own ideals and what you want to do. And that is how you remove other people's energy. Now, it may not be so simple for some of you. You might not even be aware that you've been running this other person's energy for years. You could be running your mother's energy. You could be running your father's energy. You could be running your cousin's energy. And you've been running this energy for years. This energy even made you go to law school, made you go to medical school, and you weren't even aware that you were just the whole time living other people's idea of you. That's a little more deeper, and I highly recommend that you find a psychic that does that type of work to help you identify when you're running other people's energy, help you remove it and replace it with your own. Number 4, the negative self-talk. Here we go again with self-awareness. Negative self-talk comes with self-awareness. And self-awareness comes in when you have practiced at least 5 minutes a day with being the observer. 5 minutes a day in meditation of learning how to be the observer of your thoughts will help you identify. Just 5 minutes will help you identify negative self-talk. When you become the observer of your thoughts, you can say, that one over there, oh, I see you. Oh, thank you for coming. Bye. But it comes from a place of awareness, and awareness needs to be practiced. If you notice, I'm not giving you a quick fix. There is no pill here to swallow that will take this away in 1 second. You need to have a consistent daily, no matter how small it is, a 5-minute practice by yourself or with a professional, with someone that does this, to help you take care of this. The next, last one is, of course, I've said it before. For some of you, you might need to talk to a professional, a psychiatric professional. And some of you, I need to get a psychic reading, a psychic reader. I am a psychic medium. I do these kind of readings all the time. If you need help with getting clear and getting unstuck, I can be of service to you in that area by just going to go to if you're on my page or you're watching me after the program, you can go to where it says services, or you can send me a message to see how I can create a customized offer for you. I do have Etsy listings, but I did not put it in the comments because Facebook does not like that. But however, I will have a bit.ly link to my profile. I will update that in a minute, and you can go on there and click and look at what all I'm offering and how it can be of service to you to get you out of this area of out of this feeling of stuckness. We're already in March, and by now many of us should be getting at least clear or setting the structures of what we want our year to look like. It is not too late. You can do it. You might need help. I can assist you in that area. I go by the intuitive medium on Etsy. I also go by psychic medium herbs. Now what I will do is I will just put the link here so it's easy for everybody to find. Etsy doesn't make it easy for you to keep up one name because keywords. But thank you very much, and reach out to me. I'm having a sale this weekend. Try to catch it. It's a limited offer sale, so by Sunday it'll be over. But if you book today, the price you get it for today is the price that it continues to be. But if you are watching, if you are booking after this live, it won't be the same price. It'll go back to the normal pricing. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. My name is Uchenna, and I am the Herbal Psychic on Facebook. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for saying hi. I love you all, and I hope this has been very helpful. Reach out to me with any questions, and I will talk to you all later sometime soon. Bye bye.